Hola. We have our first. What is it called? First, if I'm a live streamer, then you would be the live streamee. We have two live streamees right. Hello, my brother Marco. Hello, my brother Ayman, and hello, Alan and Alex and Amrit and Teenage Prepping and AWA. You already know I'm here. Amrit, I am high on the sugar. I just had 2 bananas and a bunch of dried figs. So that's what I'm doing. Hello, Sut. Good to see you as well. You should do more workout videos. I'm not really into that anymore. الإلهام الذي تبحث عنه موجود في داخلك مسبقا فقط اصمت وانصت جلال الدين الرومي. So our friend here is basically quoting Rumi, and I'll do my best here to translate it. The intuition of which you are searching for is inside of you, predetermined or predestined inside of you. All you have to do is be silent and listen. Daniel, my brother, I am doing fantastic. How are you progressing with the no food lifestyle? That is a good question, and I have a confession to make. I was hoping that would be one of the first things you guys ask, okay? Because I really want to talk about that. So the transition is going to take a few years, and let me explain to you this no food lifestyle is. And already I can tell just by the name that we give it, we're more concerned and concentrated on the no food part. However, what you're aiming at is energy, okay? You want to be energetically sustained of the prana, of the chi, of the life force that is around us all the time and is within you. And because you're sustained of the prana, of the energy, which is again everything, it's energy, everything is energy, you no longer have the desire to eat, or let's say you no longer eat out of need. So when you're fully sustained prana, you may choose to eat. It's not that you're not touching food anymore. Maybe every few days you eat a piece of chocolate, a couple of bananas, or something for the experience of eating, not because you need it, not because you're starving. You see, the thing is, we are programmed to be consumerists in every sense of the word. So we're programmed to get our energy via the consumption of something that is external to us. Okay, it's just a program. We're programmed to consume TV, to consume other people's opinions. I mean, my God, everybody uses their favorite YouTuber name and says, well, so and so said this, so it must be true. Well, guess what? So and so has an opinion, and we all got him, just like we all have assholes, you see? But the truth of the matter is, we are totally self-sustained organisms. We do not need to consume anything. And let me break it down to you a little bit more. You do not need to, an asshole like me, make videos about anything. You do not need to do anything. In fact, if you have the patience and the, how can I put this? If you dare to sit down in a room, in a silent room, in a silent cave somewhere, a room, okay, for 10 straight days, there isn't anything you need to hear from anybody. You already know it all. It's all inside of you, okay? So we come sliding into this dimension, Okay, we pop out of a vagina and we're programmed immediately. I mean, this is even an innate thing. You reach for your mommy's titties for milk. Okay, so the programming isn't just social societal programming, it is a programming from inside your nature package, your body, that says I need something external of myself to be nourished. Sorry. And so I've heard Ramdas say this before. The spiritual journey is actually a struggle against nature. By trying to go beyond food, in a way, we are going beyond nature here. We are struggling a little bit beyond nature. But don't you see the perfection of it? Don't you see this genius of it? If God consciousness wants to lose itself, wants to really be convinced, okay, like really convinced that I am not God, then you have to put a lot of obstacles in the way before you find yourself, okay? And one of those obstacles is the illusion that we need physical food to be nourished, okay? And let me give you an example. How do you think Jesus lasted in the desert without food or water for 40 days? Because Jesus already knows who he is. He is being nourished by the light body. He is being nourished by the energy, okay? And to give you a simple example, now I have a very long video coming up on breatharianism, okay? So keep an eye for it. It's scheduled for this week. So I'm giving you a little bit of the things I already made in the video. Nuclear energy is, I don't know how much, like by a long shot, can yield more energy than atomic energy. Nuclear energy is more, so you have to dig deeper and deeper and deeper into it rather than the atomic energy. The atomic energy is more superficial. Nuclear is you're trying to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And the more and deeper and deeper and deeper you go, okay, the more energy you can yield. And the way this works, the more subtle, the finer the energy is, the finer it is, the more abundant it is. Okay? Now, some people will tell you, okay, we're animals, we need food, this, and that. No. That's a mistake. We're human beings having or we're spiritual beings having a human experience, not the other way around. We're not human beings having a spiritual experience, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And because we're conscious, because we're aware, we're higher than animals, okay? We're more conscious than animals. Even in Buddhist cosmology, the human realm is above the animal realm, and it's actually a favorable realm to be in because we have a higher consciousness. We're closer to our true nature. So we could be energetically nourished through means other than foods. Think of foods like fossil fuels and think of solar energy, cosmic energy via sleeping, via meditation, so on and so forth. These are alternate forms of energy, okay, to the fossil fuels that we currently consume, which is food material. Now, to answer your question, which is how is it going? This isn't something I'm going to be switching over like this. This is something that I'm transitioning, and it probably will take years, but believe me, I'm very, very concentrated on it. Because do you realize the implications of being totally energetically sustained off of alternate sources of energy that are cleaner, that are more fulfilling? We're talking immortality here, ladies and gents, okay? We're talking like, I don't see why the human body can't keep sustaining itself. You know, it's just like nature. You see nature, it continuously evolves and continuously regenerates and continuously grows and grows and grows. Now, we die, even science, the church of the modern Western world, okay, tells us that we die because our metabolism breaks down. Now, if you're not having to ingest food every single day, okay, then your body is basically a superhuman. It's a super machine, right? Now, all this sounds very nice, very good, like the theory part of it might even make sense to you or whatever, okay? But you're saying, but really, is that possible? You know, the skepticism, is that really possible? Well, that's okay. when I heard, or if you told me 5 years ago that if you eat once a day, you're going to be much healthier and much more vital and much more energetic, and guess what? You're gonna keep muscles on you and you're just gonna feel more amazing. I would have been like, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. What do you mean once a day? Because I'm programmed to eat 3, 4 times a day, and I was eating like 3,000 calories at the time. Now I'm consuming, say, about 800 calories a day, and I'm eating once a day. Okay? I have way more energy than I did 5 years ago when I was consuming at least 3,000 calories a day and I was eating all day. Okay, but if you told me 5 years ago that one day will come where you're eating only once and you're eating little, you're eating less, 1/4 of what you used to eat, and you'll have way more energy, you'll keep basically all the muscle on and everything, you're not gonna lose any of it, you're gonna look great, you're gonna feel great, I would have been like, you're crazy. Don't you need 3,000 calories? Don't you need to be eating? That's what everybody, you go do a simple search on Google, a little search on Google, and you'll see that three times food, it's programming. So now there's this programming that we actually need food, physical, dense food to eat. Who's to say that's not just a program? And I'm here to tell you that that is a program. And what we're talking about may seem crazy to your mind, but if you go to a country like India, there even the general population is more than happy to talk about this with you, because they come from a line of people who have cities, superpowers, and one of the minor cities, one of the minor superpowers, not the major ones, one of the minor superpowers is hunger disappears. So we're not even talking about a big city here, we're talking about a minor thing. Okay, this only may seem strange to you, to your Western logical, rational mind, but you can have this conversation in India. Somebody in the street will tell you, wow, yes, I know this and yogi who doesn't eat, is sustained off the sun. So this isn't, you just have to understand, this is normal shit. This isn't we're making it sound like, whoa, it's crazy, man, it's crazy, no food, whoa. No, it isn't. It really isn't. It's the most normal thing ever. Yo, Saeed, I sun-gazed for the first time after watching your video yesterday. I love the idea, and I love the colors in my eyes for next 10 minutes. I don't know. Yeah. You're gonna have a little bit of sunspots. You're gonna see yellow, right? That'll start to disappear in a few days. Okay, that happened to me the first 3 days of sun gazing. You'll see like yellow spots everywhere, but that'll disappear if you keep doing it. Within maybe 3-5 days, it won't happen anymore. Man, serious question: how to make money to live the life you live? Okay, right now I work Uber. Okay, I just kind of do Uber in the evenings, but because I've been waking up really early, I do it in the afternoons. When I'm moving to Thailand, and by the way, I am moving to Thailand in 4.5 months, okay? It's just a matter of booking the ticket now. I have a date, July 8th. I will be, first of all, it's really cheap, okay? It's really cheap. So I'll be teaching children English online, and I'm currently, I have a Patreon, and we have about $100 a month on Patreon, and I make a little bit of money also from the ads. So I should be good in Thailand money-wise. As of now, in Canada, like I said, I do Uber because of flexibility it gives me. I can choose my own hours, okay? And I work it with my brother, so we pay our bills that way. Hey Saeed, I'm 18. Do you think the body still develops until at least age 22? Possibly. Possibly. It really depends. Possibly. Okay, I don't really know. Valors, hey brother. Hello, my brother Valors. Valis. Oh, we have Valors and Valis. People eat to suppress emotions. Absolutely. At least you don't actually need too much energy from food. Okay, you really don't need much energy from food. Now, to give you guys an example, now I said this in the video that's coming up, but it's a good example. If you've ever been in love with someone and you can't get them out of your head, you sleep for like 2 hours, you barely eat, right? But you're superhuman. You have superhuman energy. You're going to the gym, you're lifting a lot of weights because you want to impress your sweetheart, right? Because it's all you're thinking about is your sweetheart. Your friends are getting jealous of you because they see how happy you are, how energetic you are, and they all know it has to do with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. You're being sustained off thought here. Thought is more subtle energy. You're barely sleeping, you're barely eating, yet you have this superhuman energy. Everybody's looking at you like you're superhuman. And the minute you break up or your whatever happens, the thought changes, and now you're the best. It has nothing to do with food. Energy has little to do with food. There are subtler forms of energy, and if you're able to work with them, they can sustain you to do anything, and you could build muscle, and you could look however you want. It's energy's energy. It doesn't care how it's coming in. It just happens that it can come in a fossil fuel, crude, dense form, and there's a price to pay for it. It's less efficient. It takes a toll on the body. 50% of digestion takes place from food, or it can come from more subtler, cleaner sources, and you have to go finer and finer into it. So thought is a form of energy. Solar from the sun is a form of energy. Sleep is a form of energy. Cosmic energy. I guarantee you, if you get enough sleep every day, you let your body wake up when it wants, you're gonna need a lot less sleep. Why do you think when you're sleep deprived, on the days you're sleep deprived, you need way more food? Because you're deprived from energy. You didn't get enough cosmic energy. So now you need more energy, and so you start to overeat. Okay, so it really, like, it's energy. It's all about energy, right? It's not calories, it's not nutrition. It's all bullshit. I got videos coming up. You guys keep an eye on it for this week. It's all bullshit. Bullshit. Veganism is bullshit. Carnivore diet is bullshit. Fruitarianism is bullshit. All of it is bullshit. All of it is bullshit. Okay? They're all belief systems. All of it is belief systems. And everyone's trying to defend their dietary choices based on all under the umbrella of the modern nutrition belief system software. So we're all under the magic spell of the program, the software called modern nutrition, and we're all fighting each other within that program. Well, how about take yourself out of it and realize how absurd it is? All of it is absurd. We're talking energy, guys, here. We're talking energy. Think in terms of energy. Don't think in terms of fats and calories and this and that, blah, 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 okay? No. Think in terms of energy. Be smart like the yogis in India and the Buddhist monks. They're smart, and they could do unbelievable things. They could melt heat outside of their body in -30. Okay, like, be smart like them. They think in terms of energy. They're not under the magic spell of some bullshit softwares here. Okay. What do you think about Rainer Winkler? Have no idea who that is. Everything you need, you already have within you. Everything. Literally, everything. Amrit, I watched your 31 Planes of Existence video. Are you planning to make another on that topic anytime soon? Yeah. I just need to let it digest in for a little bit before I can go and make further videos on the matter. What's your workout plan? Currently, it's very minimalistic. Push-ups, pull-ups, dips, handstands, back lever, one-arm push-ups, calisthenics. Very, very simple. Very simple. Do you know Nithyananda? Yes, I do. My friend turned me on to Nithyananda, and they are also known to have to train their people to have to develop the cities, the superpowers. By the way, the ability to go without food and water, that's a minor city. And if you could do that, it'll unlock all the other spiritual powers that you have. Why do you think yogis spend insane amounts of time fasting and whatnot? Because it gets you in an altered state of consciousness, and then it unlocks your third eye, your spiritual powers. How to control lust and wanting validation from women? That's a good question. Lust is looking at someone else as a source of pleasure for you. That's what lust is. So if you look at a woman as someone who's going to give only pleasure, You're lusting for her. You want to possess her as an object. In order to stop this nonsense, to stop this game, you're gonna have to be able to see that you and a woman are the same consciousness experiencing itself as a woman and as a man. If you're able to do that, if you're able to see that I'm looking at myself here, you can't possibly lust. Then it's more coming from a loving place. Okay? And I suggest that in your interactions with any woman, especially if you have some sexual feelings for her, that you look her in the eyes. Okay? Because you can't really lust after someone if you look them in the eyes. That's almost impossible, actually. Okay? Because when you look someone in the eyes are the window to the soul. You're looking at yourself. You're looking through yourself at yourself. And now we're going into the higher chakras. We're going into the love, the heart chakra. We're going into the third eye. So I highly suggest that you train yourself to look people in the eyes and look women in the eyes. And that way, you raise up the energy from the lustful energy that is in the lower chakras. I want you for pleasure. You're my source of pleasure. To higher ways, okay? To be more in the loving space. I have a big question, which is, can I put solid lean muscle while not eating once a day? So, all I can do is give you myself as an example. Now, I've been eating consistently for 3 weeks, maybe a little more, around 1,000 calories, I would say. Okay, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but let's say around 1,000. I've been eating around 1,000 calories for the last month or so, all coming from fruits, by the way. Okay, so I haven't been eating much, but I've been meditating a lot and cultivating energy from other sources. And there are 2 shirts that I'm wearing right now. I don't want to take them off because it's too much, but I look damn fine right now. Okay, my muscles look fine. I don't think I've ever looked better aesthetically. Okay, and I work out every day, but believe it or not, very little. Like, I mean, my workouts are maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm finding that the more I minimize everything, reduce until you obtain Tao. Even my workouts, I minimize them. 15 minutes a day, but I go insane. Pull-ups, insane. Push-ups, insane. And I stimulate the muscle. That's all it needs. You stimulate it. If you're stimulating the muscle and you're in a good high vibe, in a good energetic space, okay, then you will be able to build muscle, because it's about energy. Why do you think when you take a cold shower you feel way more energy than even a cup of coffee or a big meal? You didn't eat, you didn't consume any calories, you manipulated your breath, and that gave you energy. Now that should raise an alarm in your mind. How is it that I suddenly got more energetic off of breathing, in taking a cold shower and breathing? You didn't eat, you didn't drink, you didn't consume anything. All you did is, and wow, you have more energy than 2 cups of coffee, than cocaine. I've sniffed lines of cocaine, and I was disappointed because they couldn't get me where a cold, ice cold shower in Canada can take me to. I was massively disappointed, by the way, massively, with cocaine. Okay? Now what's going on here? You didn't consume anything, you just have energy. You tuned into energy. Okay? So no, I'm an example right in front of you. Okay? Eating once a day, not even a little. And when I'm making this transition to basically living off prana, I'm not going to lose my muscles. Make no mistake about it, because that's my feedback right there. If I lose my muscles, and I don't want to be a skin and bones living off prana. That's not my trip. That's not what I'm going for. Although you'll see many people living off prana are skin and bones, I'm not about, but they don't work out. They don't actually like do resistance training. Now I do resistance training, okay? And when I'm making the transition to living off prana, I plan to keep every little bit of the muscle that I have. Okay, you have to understand it in terms of energy. If I'm getting my energy off the sun, and if I'm getting my energy off breathing techniques and manipulating breath, if I'm getting my energy from sleep and cosmic energy through meditation, then I have all the energy in the world to do anything. I'll stimulate the muscle and the body will grow the muscle. My body knows how to beat a heart. It knows how to build a muscle. Plain and simple. Okay, a person who I will never reveal, who has never tried a psychedelic besides weed, wants to know what him/her should try for the first time as a psychedelic. If she is going to try one. I wonder who that mysterious person is. All right, so LSD, shrooms, it doesn't matter. Dosage is more critical. So if you're going to try either mushrooms or LSD for the first time, if it's mushrooms, keep it under 2 grams. Maybe 1.5 grams is pretty good for a first time. If it's LSD, half a tab is good for the first time. Okay? How to know what to do in life. Spend a lot of time in solitude and you'll figure it out. Can I build muscle while eating once a day? Yes, and I just answered that, so that should be good. Would it be better to eat like 2 meals within a 4-hour window and get like 1600 calories? None of that matters. None of that matters. None of that matters. What matters is your connection to energy. It doesn't matter if you eat 1600 calories or 600 calories. You could build muscle either way if you're in a high vibe, if you're energetically sustained off the energy, whether it's through food, whether it's through sleep, whether it's through anything. Okay? Raise your vibe. If you're vibing high, it means there's a lot of energy, a lot of prana flow in you. Okay? And you should be able to do anything you want. Build muscle or anything else for that matter. What are the Thailands? So, July 8th, which is in about 4 months, okay, I will be going to the island of Koh Phangan. I have to get the pronunciation right. Koh Phangan. And I'll be there for 3 months, and then it's the rainy season, so I will be heading to, or 4 months, and then I'll be heading off to Chiang Mai. So I will be constantly alternating between Chiang Mai and Koh Phangan. Koh Phangan has the beaches. Chiang Mai, I already have a place there. I already looked it up online and everything. I'm going to be staying beside some of the most beautiful Buddhist monasteries. To my right is all Buddhist monasteries. To my left is jungles. I'm going to have a really good time, guys. If you don't need to eat to live, then why do people starve? Excellent question. Because they don't know how to connect to the cosmic energy. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. If I go without food right now, I'm going to starve. Yes, I'm going, because I am not a master. I am not Master Yoda yet. I am Luke. I am learning, but I am no Master Yoda by any means. I am no Jesus. I can't go into the desert for 40 days and night without food or drink and come back as if nothing happened. Because your connection from cosmic energy is severed. Mine is. I'm trying to get it back. I will starve right now if I go without food or water. I will starve. And so will most people, because we're living in such amnesia. But a highly skilled yogi, monk, fakir, somebody who's connected with the energies, like my teacher Eli Tom El Amin. He's a breatharian. You can check him out on YouTube. You won't starve. In fact, you'll have more energy than somebody who eats the healthiest diet out there. So it's about energy. It's not that you're giving up food. It's you're connecting to other sources of energy. Shalom. Shalom. So cool, man. Thanks for answering my question. Keep up the good work. We love it. I will do, my brother Evan. Thank you very much. Respect from Ireland, bro. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love Irish people and I love the Irish accent, but I'm not going to embarrass myself trying to impersonate an Irish accent because I'm really bad at it. But I love it. When I listen to it, it's beautiful. It's musical. It's very musical. Why would you not want to eat? What's the point? The you being sustained by the sun is just a story anyway. There's only wholeness, separation, and illusion. Yes, thank you. Yes, it's another belief system. Being sustained off the sun, it's all belief systems, folks. It's another belief system. Just another one, another software. But if I can use my mind to make that software work, And if I am totally sustained by energy, well, guess what? Like, I'll be sleeping 3-4 hours a day because my body does not have to put 50% of its resources towards digestion. I'll be in tip-top health shape, and because of it, I'll probably activate the hell out of my innate psychic abilities. Okay? So why the hell not? Why the hell not? It means longevity. It means I can probably choose when I want to leave my body whenever I want to, because if I'm not eating and I'm being sustained off other sources, then my body doesn't have to do anything. And then I'm going to go on living for a long time. And I'm going to continue to learn and continue to share. And I'll probably eventually learn how to leave my body so I'm just basically now the supreme ruler of my life. Now I'm operating from God consciousness. I'll leave my body when I want to leave my body. I won't just die because my body broke down. I'll decide to leave my body even though my body can keep going on and on and on because I choose to. There's so much power that comes with no longer being bound by food. Okay, it's like this. You're asking me the same question of why would you want an electric car or a fossil fuel car, or why would you want a solar paneled house, a solar paneled powered car instead of one powered by gas? Well, the one powered by gas is very inefficient. It wastes a lot of energy. It's bad for the environment, and eventually the car breaks down. But a solar panel house with solar panels, or a solar powered car, it can go on forever, baby, because the sun is right there. Very clean, very good to the environment. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. But you're right in the sense that it is another belief system. This is an illusion. It's just another belief system, another software. I'm taking out one software from my mind and putting in another one. This is the hardware right here, okay? The hardware. Take out this one and put in this one. What do you think about the evil eye? I personally think it's a real thing, but would like to hear your point of view on it. You could definitely curse someone. The dark force, the dark energy is just as strong as the light energy. And somebody who's working with the dark side, with the dark force, a Darth Vader, can definitely curse another being, so as long as that being isn't strong in being the light. You see, if you are strong in being the light, nothing can hurt you. Nothing can hurt you. So the evil eye will work on someone that isn't necessarily connected to their source. Imagination exercises can give you energy. You're telling me, Ayman. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I was like completely exhausted and I sat down and I imagined something that makes me happy, and I got out of my bed or got out of the couch and started doing stuff because of the image that really aroused my energy. Okay, so your mind is a more subtle form, but if you can control it, you could generate an insane amount of energy. Dustin, hello my friend Dustin, always nice to see you. You left me a comment saying if I'm commenting too much, let me know. No, I love your comments. I read every single one of them. Oscar, thank you my brother. You stay safe as well. Do you know Ryan Cropper on YouTube? He knows more than Ram Dass or anyone because of experience. I've watched a video of his. Maybe a video or two, but I haven't seen anything else besides that. I think I've seen his on Astral. That's the one I've seen. Hello Saeed, love your channel. I appreciate your appreciation. Thank you very much. Qigong masters can also send electric shocks and burn stuff through their hands. Yes. If you know how to control the energy, it's all energy. Then you're basically operating from creator. You created this whole thing. And now you know how to you know your own creation. In a nutshell, what I'm trying to do with this whole living off prana, I'm trying to become the creator who can live off all these different energies that he created. That's my goal. I want to be able to manipulate energies. I want to be able to get energy from meditation. I want to be able to get energy from the sun. I'm trying to become Master Yoda. I'm trying to become Jesus here. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Everything is bullshit or placebo. Just depends on what kind of perception, emotion you're viewing the world. Exactly. Even living off the sun is a placebo. Even living off the sun is bullshit. It's another belief system. Bullshit. Bullshit. I love being superhuman. I like the things you teach and get new ideas. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Yeah, it's energy exchange. Find food that give you strong energy and not lasts and makes you feel good and balanced. Yeah, and you don't give up food right away. You know, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna take me 3-5 years to make a full transition here. I'm still happily, merrily eating my food. Okay, I just had 3 oranges and a bunch of dried figs and 2 bananas. Okay, it's not, it's not until I'm able to be sustained sources and I can feel it, I will continue to eat because that's what I'm programmed to do, and I understand the program is very, very innate. What do you think about addictive personality? It's just another way of trying to reach the light. See, we're all reaching for the light, and the things we get addicted to bring us a little closer to the light, and we cling on to them, we attach to them. So some people are addicted to social media because they get a dopamine rush every time somebody likes their image or whatever, messages them or gives them a validation, because it makes them feel good, it makes them feel in union with their fellow human beings, and therefore bring them closer to the light, to the oneness, okay? Then some people are addicted to the rush of gambling. Again, it's that rush, or food. It's the rush, it's the dopamine and the hormones, and it's all like, fulfillment, right? Fulfillment, because if you're addicted to a drug or something or food, that gives you a temporarily sense of fulfillment, which is what you're trying to find all along, because you're reaching for the light, you're reaching for yourself, you're reaching for the oneness, okay? So every addiction is simply a manifestation of God's long calling to find itself. How to help someone that creates constant drama in their life? So much to deal with when they live in your home. That is a very good question. Guys, I'm going to read it again. Thank you, Sultan, for this question. It's very timely and everybody can relate to it. So guys, please listen. How to help someone that creates constant drama in their life? So much to deal with when they live in your home. So we all have at least, okay, every single one of you guys have at least one family member or a very close friend, let's say family member, that is caught in their own drama, that is caught in their own separation, that is caught in their own web of negativity and their own belief systems and attachments, and on and on it goes. Now we're all caught in it. We wouldn't be on this plane of existence, but we know some people have it way more than others, and we all have one family member like that. So usually people who are very dramatic and very attached to their belief systems and very judgmental, etc., they're playing the game of life in a first person point of view, okay? And as we go on the journey, we start to play the game of life from a third person point of view. So it's safe to say that many of you guys here are more and more playing the game from a third person point of view. This is just like, like this happened the other day. My brother, usually we both, we drive the car or whatever, and the front bumper of the car, it got hit by some kind of ice or something, and it's making all kinds of things. We have to go change it or whatever. We changed it once, we have to change it again. Now, I was on the balcony the other day, not the balcony, the window, and I saw my brother leaving the car, and I saw the bumper hit the ice again. Now, from my third point of view, I could have easily said if my brother went a little bit to the right, that bumper wouldn't have hit the ice. But that's because I have third point of view. but I shouldn't expect him to see it like that in that specific scenario, because he has the first person point of view. He can't see that if he went a little bit to the right, the bumper wouldn't have hit the ice. This is this here, okay? We have these family members, and they're caught in playing the game of life from first person. They're never going to see it your way. And you shouldn't expect them. See, I watched my brother, I laughed. I made the same mistake when I'm driving the car. I hit the bumper on the ice. But now that I'm seeing it from the window, now I'm realizing if I went a little bit to the right, that bumper wouldn't have hit the ice. But how do I expect for my brother or for me to know this when I'm in first person? See, now, when I drive the car first person, now I'm a little bit more aware of how to navigate the car as to not hit the ice, because I saw it third person. But don't expect the other person to see it that way. Don't expect your family member to see it the way you're seeing it, because they won't. They're too stuck in first person playing first person. So in this case, we develop what is called detached compassion. We detach ourselves from the drama of the person, and we have compassion for their predicament, because we see that this is the human predicament. This is your predicament as much as it is your family member's predicament, as much as all of our predicament. This is the human predicament. So we develop detached compassion, and the detached compassion comes from a place of, everyone's programmed for evolution, everyone's programmed to get there, to get to the light. So you develop it out of wisdom that this is the way it is, that this family member of yours is programmed just as much as you're programmed. Free will is an illusion. It's all programmed. Just like a caterpillar is programmed to turn into a butterfly, every single one of us is programmed to turn into a butterfly. And including your family member, that is currently stuck in first person playing the game, caught in the drama, caught in the web of illusion. So you develop detached compassion coming from a place of divine wisdom, that family member of yours is on a cosmic journey just like you and I, and they'll get there. They'll start to play the game third person in this lifetime, in the next one, or in 1,000 lifetimes from now. Okay? Not superpowers, just using energy as intended. Yeah, the superpower is only superpower from the point of view of someone who doesn't know how to use energy as intended. But really, it's not superpowers. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. What is the meaning of life to you? To me, it is a play. It is a lila. The meaning of life is life itself. It's to play. It's to experience yourself in the amusement park that you have created for yourself for the purpose of playing. Have you read Self-Reliance by Ralph Waldo Emerson? Yes, I have. 4 years ago, 5 years ago, it was in the early stages of going on this personal development journey. And I love Ralph Waldo Emerson. I think he was very, very conscious. You speak of consciousness as the example, animal consciousness, human spirits, etc. But who created these? You created these. You, the one consciousness, created this magnificent amusement park, and you wanted to play, to experience yourself in all these different manifestations. You created it. The one consciousness. There's so many names for it. No, I like, sometimes I call it the Tao, sometimes I call it the Way, sometimes I call it God, sometimes I call it the Divine. It's all the same thing. Love, cosmic love. It's the one consciousness. Okay, that is you. That is you. For someone trying to build strength and muscle, I don't understand how a fruit diet would work for me. I know that I will have plenty of energy, but without protein, how could I grow? Is it possible? Again, much compassion, because I was in the same predicament only a few months ago. You are under the magic spell of modern nutritional software. That is a software. In the software, you install it into your brain, okay, your brain, and the software tells you you need protein, you need this amount of energy, this X amount of calories, you need you need protein, you need this, you need that, and now you're operating under the magic spell of the software. It's the same software as the financial economic matrix, which is the 9 to 5. Same thing. Now, I can tell you as someone who's not doing 9 to 5, you don't have to play by that game, by that software. Yet, many people in the software, okay, probably some of you guys are watching, are just doing, 9 to 5. And you might like it, you might not, okay? But most people are stuck in a 9 to 5 software and they don't think there is anything else to do because that's the software has been installed into their brain. Same thing with modern nutrition. It's just another software. It's another software. In the software, you put it in and it comes with rules, rule sets. So rule set says you need protein. You need an average male needs 2,000 or 3,000 to 2,500 calories a day. Part of the software. So now you're eating, you're operating from the software. You've got, I'll say this again and again. I'll quote Master Yoda. You must unlearn what you have learned. And I'll tell you, the journey in life is to unlearn what you have learned. What you know, you know. Okay, you already know it. But it's buried under softwares, programs. You've got to uninstall the program and install other programs. Like I'm installing. I haven't even installed. I installed the software that says you could be sustained off sunlight energetically. Now the software is installing. It takes time to uninstall and install. And it's just a software. It's a bullshit software. Another one. But it has its perks. It has its perks. It has its many perks. Okay? So really, it's just a software. Recognize that it's just a program. You're a program. You're a determined being. You're a program. All of us are programs. Okay? And the modern nutrition is just another program, just like the 9 to 5 program. Now, you don't have to play by that program. Play by other programs. Pick and choose. Pick and choose, baby. Pick and choose. What is the source? I mean, if you think deeply about it, it just gets confused. Yeah, because it is confusing. Because the Tao that can be spoken is not the true Tao. You have to experience the source for yourself. Okay, it's not something. It's like orgasm. Okay, now what? Can you explain to me orgasm? I can't. I can explain to you. Oh, it feels so good. That's not doing it any favor. That's not doing the orgasm any favor. Oh, it feels good. No, that's not doing it any favor. You can't explain an orgasm. You can't explain source. You can't explain God. You have to experience God for yourself. Saeed, hello my friend Robin. Hello from Mexico. Oh, love you guys. Why can I read people's minds and body language like crazy when I microdose LSD? Do you feel something like this? Of course. Of course, because you've upgraded your consciousness. This is what I'm talking about, guys. You upgraded your consciousness. You upgraded it. You just went up a level. And because you went up a level, you're seeing and perceiving reality differently than you perceived it before. And now you're able to see more than before. Before the microdose, you were playing from first-person shooter. After the microdose, you're looking at the balcony. And so you're seeing everything for what it is. Okay? If I'm playing first-person here, I'm concerned with the first person. Oh, I get an itch on my ass. I got this. I got that. But if I go on the balcony, I'm able to see everyone. I'm able to see what they're doing. And I'm able to even predict the future and based on what I'm seeing if I'm on the balcony observing. All it is with the microdosing is you become the observer. That's it. It's about becoming the observer. It's about taking a step back and observing yourself, your character, and observing other characters. Now, the microdose puts you in right away. Like this. You don't have to meditate. Boom. Now, you combine microdosing with meditation and you watch yourself transform into a social genius. A social genius. Because your consciousness is like upgraded times 2. Because you're microdosing and you're meditating. Okay? Briskilla, hello, and I just want to show my appreciation for your comments. I love them. Amrit, what is prana? Prana is the life force. Prana is the thing that permeates every living sentient being. And it is all around us and it is within us. This is just like the force in Star Wars. That is true. Gorillas were designed to be big and strong naturally. Us humans weren't created to support a lot of muscle. Rasaja, I took 2 tabs of LSD the first time and it didn't affect me. I was so disappointed. I want to meet God. Rasaja, where are you getting your tabs from? That's what I want to know. You got scammed, Rasaja. Where are you telling me 2 tabs and nothing happened? Where are you getting your tabs from? Make sure to give yourself time to adapt to the breatharian diet, Saeed. I'm sure you could be done. You could do it. And you know what? Even if I am not successful, because make no mistake, if I'm not successful in transitioning into breatharian, it's because I'm a dumbass. I'm an idiot. I'm by no means a Master Yoda. I'm a dumb idiot version of Luke right now. Okay? Straight up. You know how Luke was just an embarrassment in the first movie? I am Luke in the first movie. I'm total embarrassment right now. Okay? I need to train in this. Now, even if I don't manage to do it, if I can manage to eat once every 3 days and be totally cool, totally energetic, totally vital, that is already a victory, my friends. That means I'm going to live to be at least 200 years. Okay? That already is a big victory. And I am taking my time, believe me. I'm giving it so much time. I'm giving this years, honest to God, years. Saeed, be careful working out on nothing but air might not be a good idea. Eating food is part of the human story, the human experience. It's just a story you're telling yourself. How do you connect with energy consistently? You have to meditate day in, day out, and look for the compounded effect of meditation. Okay, the compounded effect. I'm talking about years here. I'm not talking about a day or 2 or even a week. I'm talking about years. Any tips to study exam? Just do it. Open the book, open the laptop, and just do it. And if you're not feeling up for it, you take a cold shower and you just do it. Today I wasn't up for driving Uber. I didn't feel like it. I took a cold shower and I jumped straight into the car and I just did it. Okay? If I work out on an empty stomach, it makes me pass out. Of course, I wasn't sun gazing. I work out on an empty stomach every day. I'm fine. Okay? You just have to get used to it. Not to be rude, but why do you guys keep asking questions about food and protein and fitness when this limits the conversation to such a limited scope? Saeed has also already answered all the questions. Well, they're good questions, honestly. It's all connected. It's all connected. I'm in great shape, but I eat anything but never really hungry. Thailand is beautiful, bro. You'll love it. I'm assuming you went to Thailand. So you're not planning to go to Turkey and Qatar? Not anymore. I changed the plan. July 8th, Thailand. Where are we right now? Thank you for answering my questions. To finish off, when do you normally stream? Will you post on your fitness account again soon? I contacted you 2 summers ago because you motivated me to do YouTube. I probably won't post on fitness anymore. I have lost my passion for the building muscle game, although I still have nice muscles, but my mind is into this stuff here. So I won't post again, to be honest. But I do the streams around this time every Saturday, but I won't do it next Saturday because I'm going away. Saeed, the supreme ruler. Trust me, I'm more like Luke from the first movie. Fossil fuels are compressed sun energy. Yes, exactly. They're compressed. Exactly. Everything comes from the sun. I'm having surgery on my shoulder this spring and I won't be able to exercise for the summer. What practice would you suggest I implemented to my life during that time or even now? What I did when I had a wrist injury, and you can still see the scar here, it's probably going to be on me for the rest of my life. I was out for 7 months, and it was in those 7 months that I prepared for my fitness YouTube channel. I prepared for it. I read so much. I did so much work and so much study because I couldn't do nothing. I didn't work out nothing. I bought the equipment for my apartment at the time, and so I recommend you do something passion related. I think that would be good. Something that requires a little bit of intellect. Okay? Use your intellect now. This is God, consciousness, the divine, putting you in a position where you have to use your intellect. You have to use your mind. You have to use your rational. You have to use your mental faculties, let's say. How often do you practice astral projection? Not much. I used to do it a lot more. I'm much more interested in being in this plane because I am in this plane right now and I need to be in this plane. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in this plane. So I'm much more content being here. Even when I meditate, I try to focus on just being in my body, in my physical body, on this plane sense. Gotta go take x-rays. Much love to you, Saeed. Much love to you, Dustin. The light is a child of the mother darkness. Nathan, I love you too, bro. Thank you very much for your love. Light's twin shadow is not bad. They together make good as to know to man. You cheeky guy, Saeed. I guess I'm pretty cheeky, aren't I? What are the best places in Canada in your opinion? BC. If you're going to live in Canada, go to British Columbia. How often and how much do you read? I got ruined by audiobooks, so I don't read anymore. I listen. I got ruined because you can walk around and listen to it. You don't have to read and stuff. I got ruined, so I listen to audiobooks. Like Ralph Smart Infinite Water says, it's all bullshit. Belief systems, yes, everything is a belief system. Even being sustained off the sun is a belief system. But people are doing it and it's working. Every belief system works. You could follow the modern nutritional belief system. It'll work. It'll all work. They all work. Okay, but it's exactly like either playing Pac-Man, which is a cool game but very limited, or playing Call of Duty. Now, I'd rather play Call of Duty. I'll get bored a lot quicker from playing Pac-Man. It's the same thing. So you have certain softwares, very basic, very primitive, modern nutrition being one of them, by the way. And then you have other softwares that are more like advanced games. And you pick and choose. What's the difference between peyote and other psychedelics? I have not tried peyote, but I would probably think it still has a similar effect. And I think all the differences people report from LSD and mushrooms and peyote are subjective for the most part. I really think they're subjective for the most part. But they're probably a little bit different. Right? Like, it's kind of like, no, I can see there's going to be some differences. Like, I know different types of dates taste a little different. They still taste the same practically, but they taste a little different. Now, I grew up in Qatar. It's dates. We used to eat dates a lot there. And I know there's different types of dates that you can tell. If you're skilled, you can tell. I guess if you're skilled, you can tell the differences between the different psychedelics. Okay? They're not big, but definitely, just like food, they're there. And I think they get over magnified by the subjective experience of the person. So if I take LSD right now, I'm feeling a certain way, that's gonna color the experience. And if I take peyote next week, I'm going to feel different because I'm in a different space. So the difference of peyote to and LSD might be a little bit of difference, let's say, but my subjective experience, which is going to be different in both cases, is going to lead me to think that peyote is really different than LSD, when really it's a little bit different, but it's my subjective space, my subjective experience that's making it quite different. It's like, I've had like several 5-gram mushroom trips. and each one of them was completely different. Now I took the same substance, but they were all different because I'm in a different space. So keep that in mind. Any tips to stop eating junk food? I would say eat your way out of junk food. If you feel like eating 3 Big Macs right now, you go right ahead right now after the live stream and get 3 Big Macs and just watch what happens. Soon enough, the pain, the discomfort, the difficulty taking a shit is going to lead you to the realization that I can't keep doing this anymore. You understand? You follow my line of thought here? So I say, eat your way out of junk food. Would you ever consider an ultra high dose shroom trip like Colindiri takes, 25 to 30 gram range? Fucking scary, man. That's scary. Okay? I would only consider it when I feel I'm ready. So yes, the straight answer is yes, I would. I'm not ready to do that. Okay, that's a lot, man. But in Thailand, I'm gonna have a lot of time on my hands, a lot of beautiful beaches and beautiful jungles. So the answer is yes. Yes. You seem like a cool guy to have a beer with. Ever coming to USA? Probably in the future, yeah. Probably in the future. Probably in the future. I'd like to hang around in East Asia for a little bit and make it my home base. Thailand specifically, make it my base. And from there, as the channel gets bigger, as the support on Patreon gets bigger, and there's more money around, then I can begin to travel around the world and host retreats. That's my next goal, guys, is to organize retreats around the world. Okay, maybe, small groups, 4 people, 5 people. And the other idea that I have is to get a big house in Thailand, rent a big house and host retreats there. So anybody at any point would be welcome to come hang around with me in Thailand. Okay, so lots of cool things. If you guys support on Patreon, then we could do a lot of cool stuff for this community. Okay. My issue with ultra doses is you need pounds of fresh grown to keep seeking. Yeah. If I went to mega dose, I'd probably do it with LSD because it's just more convenient, right? You really need a lot of mushrooms to do that. You really need a lot of mushrooms to take these massive doses. I mean, if you do it one time, 28 grams. Yeah, if it's a one-time thing, it's not bad. The one of limitless names, faces, and places. Yes. That software is also in DNA that need to be altered over time. Yes. Uninstalling and installing a software is a process that takes years, really. It takes years. Programming and reprogramming. You guys gotta get really good at programming. You're a hardware running off a program. You put in a chip and there is a movie that plays on your screen. That's all it is. That's all it is. Just like water fasting is another software. We don't need to eat as much as people think. Yeah. Water fasting is another software. All softwares. Trust yourself more than external information. I agree. I think the Absolute created all these stories in order to experience existence in many ways. It does not exist because it has no beginning and no end and is isness. So there is nothing for it to exist in. That's you've just given the show away, my friend. You've just given the show away. Any tips on how to turn off your fight or flight mode? I struggle with it every day. So you breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth. You take longer on the exhale. Okay? You take longer on the exhale. So hold it for a bit. Do that about 10, 15 times. and you'll be relaxed. Where will you go for the sun? It reminds me of a song like I Like Children of the Sun. So I'm going to Thailand. So I'm going to the island of Koh Phangan, and when it's the rainy season, I'm going to Chiang Mai because I want to be always in the sun. And then when it's the rainy season in Chiang Mai, I'll head back to Koh Phangan. Okay, so I plan to spend quite a bit of time with the sun. That's sort of my project for the next little while, or as soon as I move, is to I'm going to be black, by the way. I'm going to be practically black. Okay, I'm going to have so much melanin. Like a year from now, this pale motherfucker here is going to be practically black. Where are you getting your tabs from? Lesargi.com. I just gave it away. Do you do any dopamine fasting? Not per se, and I have not heard of that, but I can already catch the line of thought. Essentially, what you're trying to do is you're trying to stay away from foods, from social media. It's the same thing as in yoga. You just spend hours or days upon days in silence with nothing but silence. And I don't do that as often. I actually don't do that at all, period. I'd like to, I will, once I have more time, once I move to Thailand and have more time on my hands, I'll be doing a lot of things like that, okay? But not right now. Life is a little bit too busy right now to do this. I did the Wim Hof method on a tab and started to see fractals, but it wasn't very, very visible. It was more like shadows of fractals. I kept going, but I got scared. I haven't had the same experience ever since. Help. Yeah. If you actually take some LSD and you do the Wim Hof breathing, you're going to see all kinds of fractals, all kinds of colors, all kinds of morphing geometric shapes and changing colors. And it can be a little bit scary because it's a completely different reality, but really it isn't a completely different reality. It is this very same reality. Everything is sacred geometry. This whole thing is geometry. And what you're seeing is this reality at a more fine level. You're seeing this reality in all its fractals and all its beautiful sacred geometry. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's beautiful. It's just another view of reality. Don't be scared. And if you are, just do that breathing that I just showed. Do that for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You'll be relaxed. You'll be calm. Yeah, you're a hero on his way to be King Luke. On the way to master, it's writing one's own story. I want to be Master Yoda. Okay, I will not rest in peace until I am Master Yoda. Got another question. You mentioned the white light for meditation. What do you mean by this and how can you experience it? I looked it up and all that came up was the white light met a death. Yeah, the white light is the nature of mind as described in Buddhism. The white light is you. The white light is the light that is sitting down watching the movie. The movie that is anything in the realm of creation. Okay, that's the white light. Hanging around, sitting back, probably with some popcorn. Okay, some light popcorn. And watching the movie unfold. Watching the whole thing unfold. All these different movies happening simultaneously. That's the white light. It is what you experience upon death. Yes, everyone experiences the white light upon death because that is a return to source. But for many souls who are attached to certain planes of existence, they have so forgotten their true nature. White light scares them, and right back they go into another birth. Okay, this is according to the Tibetan Book of the Dead anyway. And I kind of trust these guys because they are dedicated full time to study this stuff. I will trust people who can melt ice in -30. okay? Because they're full-time dedicated for this stuff. I will take their word over it, okay? I will take their word for it. So, the word on the street, according to the Tibetan Book of the Dead, is that many people have forgotten so much of their true nature being the white light that when they die, they're so attached to the plane of existence that they're on, whether it's human or anything else, that they go, the light is too much for them, it blinds them. Kind of like if you've been in a dark room for so long and you go outside and it blinds you and you just want to go back in. It's the same thing. And guess what? If you're blinded by the light because you have so been attached and forgotten your true nature, you pop right back into another birth. If you want to see the white light, there are many ways to see it. Probably one of the quickest ways is to sit down and put a blindfold on and do the Wim Hof breathing for 30 minutes or so, and you will begin to see the lights, okay? And they will bring a certain feeling to you, usually love, compassion, a feeling like you just got home, okay? And you could have tears in your eyes, you could be crying. That is the true nature of self. How many days would you recommend waiting between LSD trips? I would recommend you do a trip, you pop in out of one for at least a month before you jump right back in. That's just my recommendation. You reflect on it for the entire month and then you go again. What's your opinion about using psychedelics every day? Big doses and small doses? Have any entities talking to you about this? I use psychedelics almost every day. I take breaks every now and then, but I use it almost every day. And my opinion on it is that if you are using it in a way that's going to enhance your experience of life and you're deliberate about it, you're using it consciously, it is one of the best things you could do. But as you use it, make sure that you understand that this isn't going to be forever, that you're not going to be forever dependent on using psychedelics every day. Mostly in the form of microdose, because if you're doing psychedelics in big doses every day, well, A, you're going to need a lot more psychedelics because of the tolerance issue. B, you're probably not going to be all that functional in your day-to-day activities. So I'm assuming here for small doses, if you're using it consciously, I think it could be one of the best tools you could use to enhance your experience of life and evolve your consciousness. But be honest with yourself. Like, I am kind of honest with myself that I call myself out of my bullshit. And if somebody asks me, are you addicted to LSD or are you attached to it? The answer is absolutely I am. I really am. I love psychedelics. I love to do them every day. If I don't do them for a certain amount of period, I get a little irritated. It happens when people commit suicide. You're gonna be greeted by very benevolent beings. You're going to be very traumatized, but you're going to be greeted by very benevolent beings. So, from what I heard, this is just I heard. No, I don't know. But from what I heard, you're traumatized. It's quite a traumatizing experience, right? To go through suicide. And you're sort of put in a little room to heal and sort of, get your energy, your life force back in. You're probably sent back in again, okay? Because there was some unfinished business that you did not finish, and you're probably going to be sent back again pretty soon. Okay, so that's why suicide is usually not recommended. It's not looked upon as something bad, by the way. In spirit terms, there's nothing good or bad. It's just not recommended because you've got work to do. You've got karma you need to go through. You've got some stuff to finish. If you take high doses of psychedelics, are you acting out your actions in your head or in real life? Like, what would happen if you did 5-10 grams in public? Should you just sit in a room or go outside? If you're doing 5 grams, you want as little human interaction as possible. So either stay in your house, in your room, or go out somewhere remote in the woods. Either or. You want as little human interaction as possible. 5 grams, don't even do that with friends. Don't even bother. You want to hang around with friends and have a good time, 2-3 grams tops will do. But if you're talking 5 plus, be by yourself. How do I reduce fear and trust the universe? There is a saying from Terence McKenna, and he said that's the mushroom told him this. So hear this out. Nature loves courage. Okay, that's the message he heard from the mushroom. Nature loves courage. So be brave, be courageous, take bold action, and that's how you trust the universe. You're essentially showing the universe your faith and trust in it by taking bold action, by acting courageously. You would not act courageously if you did not have faith in the universe. How else do you demonstrate to the universe that you have faith in the universe? It's through action. The universe loves nothing more than courageous, bold action. Okay, and I approve of this message. That is definitely a mushroom message. Nature loves courage. Okay, you want to show God, you want to show the universe that you trust in it, take action. Take bold, courageous action. Saeed, when do you plan to come back to Canada? Probably in a few years, just to visit my friends and to visit the Rocky Mountains, which I have a special place in my heart for. So probably in a few years. I can't see it anywhere before 3 years, 4 years. And it'll be in the summer for maybe a couple of months, hang around my friends, go check out the BC, Alberta, the Rocky Mountains. And yeah, when I do Wim Hof breathing, I hear ringing sound, and when I close my eyes, I see white. Yeah, that happens to me a lot too. And I've been trying to figure out what the ringing in the ear is. I have no idea what that is. I don't know. The white is, it's the white light. I get that. I've seen that a lot. I've seen that a lot now, and I just know the feeling of it. I start to have tears in my eyes. I feel this infinite love and compassion, but I'm trying to figure out the ringing in the ears. I have no idea what's up with that. Peter, hey Saeed, big love from the UK. Respects, man. Love you guys. Thank you. If you go towards the light during death, do you go to the higher planes of existence? Do you have a choice, or is it straight to nirvana? From what I understand, it is straight to nirvana, and from that place you may choose to come back down up again. So you didn't, you at that point you're in control, you're in choice, you choose to go to wherever you want to go. You have the knowledge and the wisdom to see where you need to go next. Okay? As opposed to, if you don't go to the white light, you're going to be in a state of confusion and you're just going to get a random assignment, if you will. Okay? So, guys, if you're watching this and you have no idea what I'm talking about, when you die, just go to the white light. Okay? There are people that will tell you, no, that's a trap. Okay? There are people that will tell you that. But I trust the Tibetan Buddhists more than anything else when it comes to that. Okay? That's just my opinion. Go to the white light. Okay? Take a gamble and go to the white light. How do I go to a better realm dimension when I die? Why do so many people keep getting incarnated onto Earth? I can't answer that. I just don't have enough knowledge about the matter. I don't know. The question is a very good question. I have some idea here and there, but to be honest with you, I can't formulate a proper answer that I feel like this is the way it is. I can't really do that. Have you received my email on suicide? Yes, I have, and I'm sorry I didn't reply. Just give me a day or two. Okay, you'll hear back from me. Is the stream down? Maybe it was down and now it's back up. I don't know. For me, it has been going. Saeed, do you believe in twin flames? Yeah, I suppose, but it doesn't have to be everyone's storyline. Again, back to God wanting to experience itself in all these different manifestation storylines. It could be that in certain parts of God's experience, there is such a thing as twin flame. So in a way, yeah. In a way, yeah. You know, it probably is. Not for everyone. Not everyone has a twin flame, because that part of the story of God experiencing itself in all these different manifestations, there is the twin flame storyline for certain parts of God. You follow my line of thought here? For certain parts of God, there is the twin flame storyline. Just like in some movies there is humor, and some movies there isn't humor. In the same way, some movies there is the twin flame storyline, and in some movies there isn't the twin flame storyline. As an essence seeking to find interest, understanding of life, taking yourself out of it will just set you back. Fear is the illusion. Absolutely, because it is all fears are based on the fear of death, and death is an illusion. Okay, you're an immortal being. Death is an illusion. Do you feel which entities to listen to and which to ignore? Entities are other beings, and they do exist, but you've got to keep in mind, from the oneness perspective, those entities are just you, your own mind. You know, your own mind speaking to you. Okay? So, do you want to align yourself with the light or with the dark? There's no good or bad about it. There's no judgment. Eventually, everybody has to align themselves with the light, because everybody is the light. But it is your choice. And when you hear a voice and it feels good inside your body, it feels like this is love, this is light, you listen to that. And if you hear something else that is another entity, which is really just you in another plane of existence within the illusion. So let's just say, yes, demons and angels exist. Demons and angels are you, but they also exist just like you and I are two different people. So in that sense, when you hear voices, entities, recognize, is this a light voice or is this a dark voice? And listen to the light. Okay? If you listen to the dark, it's okay. There's no judgment on it. You'll experience fear, you'll experience pain, you'll experience suffering, and that'll eventually lead you to the light. Light is a creation of the vibration of energy, as is sound, like all things. Yeah? So once you reach nirvana, you can choose to have the same sense of self that you had in this life, but just different planes. Yeah, because when you're in nirvana, you're in the programmer. You're the programmer. You have total freedom, total free will to manifest yourself again in any realm, to go back into your creation, and maybe you need to go on an assignment to the animal realm. You know, you might still go to the animal realm even though it's one of the lower ones, because at that level you're in nirvana, you are compassionate towards your creation that you have created. You see there is a big mess somewhere, you say, I'm gonna go do an assignment as a horse for 2 years because I need to speak to these horses, I need to tell them something, I need to lead them or show them the way, for example. Right? Because at that point of nirvana, when you're one with the clear white light, you're still consciousness, you're intelligent. Consciousness is intelligent. You're all knowing, all intelligent. Okay? So at that point, because you know everything, you can oversee all of your creation all at the same time. It's very difficult for our mind to grasp that. Okay? But try to play with it. Then you could be like, okay, I think I'll be a horse right now, because in that specific time, this locus, because these horses are misbehaving and I need to show them the way. You see? So at that point you have total free will, total choice as the creator of the creation, and then you could go into your creation and do what you will. I was tripping in your videos where my trip sitter. Oh wow, that's like the best thing I've heard all day. Who created the universe slash God slash source slash white lights? Why? And what was there before that? Oh, you ask very good questions, okay? Let's try to answer them. Who created the universe? God, source, white light. White light just is. It just is. It was never created. See, we're trying to think when it was created. We're using time here. Okay, that's the problem. We're trying to wrap our mind around it with the concept of time. So we're thinking, what was before that and who created that? And unfortunately, I don't think we're exactly meant to grasp God in our current human way. Okay, if you're an enlightened being, you are God. You're the isness. You're it. You're it. You're the white. You're the clear white light. You're it. But if we are trying to use our intellect, which is very limited, it's really like 0.0001% of what is. We can't do that because we're bound by time and space. The mind works in time and space, and it's just like trying to explain an orgasm, right? When you're having a mind-blowing orgasm, it's just an orgasm at that point. It is. You know, you're not thinking during the orgasm, oh my God, what happened before? Oh, you know, oh, she made that noise and I just lost it. No, you're not thinking anything. You're it. Okay, so if you're trying to wrap your head around it, just think of orgasm. I feel like that's an immediate way of grasping it intuitively. Okay. Any advice for people who are highly sensitive? I feel things deeply and I find that it's difficult to thrive in this masculine driven world. It can be so draining that all I want to do is meditate. Yeah, that is a concern. Honestly, that definitely is a concern. Because yes, the world is very masculine dominated. It's about control, manipulation, go, seek, accomplish, assert yourself. And that goes against the spiritual journey, my friends, is a journey towards becoming more feminine. Okay? Because feminine is surrendering, trusting, and letting go. And when you meditate, you have to be trusting, surrendering, letting go. But you're here now. Whatever your role is, you're here. And you've got to be here because you're here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Okay? So be present in this world. Accept this plane of existence. Accept it. It takes acceptance of the horrific beauty of this plane of existence. This plane of existence is dense. It currently has a pretty low vibration. Okay? The illusion of separation is very strong and dominant. But it is your own creation. It is your own little baby. And just like a mother might have 5 children, okay? And one of her children is a mischievous little bastard. But the mother still loves him, will always love him, no matter what. And you can think of that little bastard, that baby of God, as this plane of existence. This is dense, it's struggle, it's suffering. You know, it is painful. Physical existence is painful, but it's one of your babies. Be like a mother and love it. Just like a mother loves all her children, whether they're well behaved or whether they're little bastards. And all of us right now are in the little bastard of God. But we've got to be the mother here, and we've got to love it. My angel might be a demon to someone else. Haha. Haha. Yeah. Hey Saeed, I just smoked a joint and I'm gonna get a cold shower and meditate. Wish me luck. That sounds beautiful. Beautiful. Grow the beard, Saeed. You know what? I am not ready for a beard. I am still Luke Skywalker from the first movie. When I feel like I'm ready for a beard, I'll grow a beard. But in the meantime, I have to play the role of the idiot, Luke Skywalker from the first Star Wars. You also mentioned in someone's reply in another video that there are billions of different samsaras, amusement parks for different beings in the realm. What the fuck? So this no, this isn't the only samsara. According to Buddhism, there are innumerable, infinite numbers of samsaras, other samsaras. You know, when the Buddha described the 6 realms of existence, he was only talking about this samsara concerning this wheel. And mind you, all the wheels are connected to each other. All samsaras are connected because separation is an illusion. Nevertheless, this is an extremely intelligent video game. Extremely intelligent. And there are an infinite number of samsaras. I am no Buddha. Well, I am, but not right now. I'm trying to remember. So I don't know. But I'll use the word, the description of the Buddha. He said there are an innumerable number of samsaras, other cycles of death and rebirth, other realms. So you can only imagine the vastness of creation. And that just leads you to the inevitable knowing that God consciousness is an absolute genius. Absolutely intelligent, pure intelligent. You know all these names for God: awareness, love, light, beauty. You know, I'd like to start throwing around the other name, infinite intelligence. I'm gonna start throwing that a lot more because it is truly intelligent. Truly, I mean, this samsara alone is mind-blowing. Now imagine there are millions of other samsaras, all interconnected. Pew! Saeed, you have many videos for beginners on which workout to do. What should I watch and what plan to follow? Use your intuition. Yeah, use your intuition. Thoughts on remembering past lives. I will give you my thoughts when I am able to remember them better. I have seen a few of my past lives while I was on mushrooms, like, significant doses, not small doses. One of them was a gladiator in Colosseums, in Roman Colosseums. And the other one was a native warrior. So I got to experience both lives in 2 different trips. But I don't know how to access them by conscious will. I think I just have to sharpen your meditation even more, and eventually you're able to get into the Akasha and access the records, because they're all just records, like softwares, basically programs. And I think meditation is the tool to do that. Edgar Cayce was the dream prophet. He was the guy. People used to go to him and he would give unbelievably accurate predictions of their future, and he would read into their past lives, because it's all written, folks. Like a movie that's already done, like a video that's already uploaded. All written. Saeed, I have really been fearing death the last 5-6 nights. I am fine at day, but at night I can't stop thinking about what happens after we die. It is interesting, but so scary, because I don't know what will be there. And I'm only 17 and I shouldn't need to worry about death now, but I'm scared at the idea that there could be nothing there and cease to exist. I'm sure there is life after death, but it's still scary. I used to have the exact same exactly what you described when I was 17. So all I'm gonna say is you're on the right path. Okay? You're on the right path. I'm not gonna say anything else. You're on the right path. It is what it is. It is what it is. Hey Said, are you still doing NoFap and taking it seriously or focusing on other things? I am still doing NoFap. And I don't think I'm ever, nah, that's not true. But I don't want to spill my seed. Even in the future, when I'm sexually intimate with someone, I don't think I'm going to spill my seed. This is powerful, powerful energy. And I want it to be here. I want it to stay here. So yeah, I'm currently doing NoFap, and you could do NoFap and still have sex. You could have tantric sex. Okay, you could have an orgasm without ejaculation. Look out for my video on tantric sex coming up this coming week. Okay, you could have sex without having orgasm without ejaculation, and the energy you build up from tantric sex is unbelievable. It'll blow away anything that you will get from ejaculating. Okay, so you can do NoFap and have sex. You can just have it tantric way, tantric style, right? But I recommend it more than ever. Actually, I recommend that you do NoFap. Well, I have to go, but thanks, great insight. You might just need to see you are already the master you seek. Yeah, I guess so. I guess you're right. But I don't feel like it. I feel like Luke Skywalker right now, and that's just the way it is. Thank you for answering my questions. My pleasure. Everything that we conceive of is possible. Quantum physics is just now confirming this. My God, everything is infinite. Everything. Yes. Yes. My boy Saeed, give me some advice on obtaining clear, smooth skin. Eat less. Do fasting. Intermittent fasting. Reduce your intake of acidic foods like meats and dairy and cheese and, well, that's dairy. Sweat so you can detoxify the body, because acne, having a skin that has like a lot of acne and whatnot on it, that's a buildup of toxicity in the body. If you're getting acne, it means there's toxicity in the body that isn't being filtered through your kidneys, isn't being filtered out through your urine or through your defecation, and that's now manifesting in your skin. Okay, so eat less, eat a plant-based diet. If you're going to still consume animal products, make sure the diet is 70-80% plant-based at least, and don't eat much, and your skin will be clear. Okay, it's in the food. Any skin problem is in food habits and a buildup of toxicity in the body. Oh yes, wake up early, sunshine and water. Thank you, Ayman. Hi Saeed, speak to us about psychedelics, LSD, shrooms. That's it. There's no words. There's no words. What's your reaction to the Saeed from a year ago? Oh, he was such a little cutie. He thought he knew it all. He thought he grasped reality. He thought he is like Master Yoda. Oh, how cute. How cute. Said, I think NoFap is ruining my life. When I relapse, I put too much energy on it. Yeah, you can't be attached neither. If you jerk off and you ejaculate, you ejaculate. So what? So what? It's just like eating junk food. And so what? You've got to accept it and move on. Move on. What if hell is the only true existence and we create a world with meditation in hell? That's definitely a thought. That's definitely a thought. It is true as far as you believe that it's true. Another subjective truth, another software. The only objective truth is the isness. And the isness isn't hell, my friend. The isness is beautiful. And you've got to experience it for yourself. Okay? Again, you can't explain an orgasm to someone. They have to experience the orgasm for themselves. To experience objective truth, you have to experience it for yourself. And then you will know that the thought, the idea, the software that hell is the only thing that exists, it's just a software. It isn't objective truth. Objective truth is like orgasm. You experience it, and when you do, there's nothing to be afraid of. Saeed, thank you for the great answer. That really has helped me with knowing you also experienced this fear of death as well. I feel very curious about being on the right path. Yeah, you're on the right path. If you're already thinking about death at 17, you're onto something. You're onto something. Porn is prostitution on film. They're acting like that to get paid. Yeah. Once you realize that, it's easy not to not get as excited. Real girls don't act like that. Well, most. Well, there are a few porn documentaries on Netflix. I don't know their names, but I pretty much watched all of them, and exactly what you just said. They're just actors, and they're actually normal people who have normal boyfriends and do normal things. Okay, all these porn stars, they have regular boyfriends, husbands, some of them, and they live lives like your average suburban family, and they do suburban shit, and they go out and they buy groceries and stuff. Yeah, it's just acting. Porn is just acting. Okay, it's just acting, and you're right. When you know that it's just acting, you don't get as excited. What do you think of quantum jumping and reality jumping? It's happening all the time, whether you are conscious of it or not. Every moment you're jumping into a different reality. So right now you're shifting, you're always shifting. You're always shifting from one reality to another. Your very nature of existence in creation, in the world of form, the way it works is you're always shifting from one quantum reality to another. So you have the multiverse, which is an infinite number of possibilities, and you're constantly jumping from one possibility to another, from one possibility to another, from one possibility to another. When you change a thought, you change a behavior, you change a program, you change an action, you just jumped many levels. So an example, once you take out the software that I need physical dense food for survival, you put in another software that says you could be sustained off prana, you've just jumped many levels into a different quantum reality. But even if you don't do anything drastic like that, you're still shifting. By your very nature of existence, you're still shifting. A wise man is happy in hell, whereas a fool is sad in heaven. Because heaven and hell is a state of mind. And it is right now in the eternal moment. Saeed, do you believe our future is already written? Yeah. Yep. It is already written. Like, it's kind of obvious, actually. Imagine if Saeed was secretly God. In your videos, I never hear you talk about traveling or you past travels. Do you have any plans on traveling or visiting other countries? And thank you for answering my questions. Yeah, so I don't talk a lot in my videos about like my personal past and travels and all of that. Quite frankly, not because I want to be humble or not because look at how cool Saeed is, he's not so concerned with his storyline. Simply because there are much more important things to talk about, to discuss. And I'm not too concerned about my traveling to Istanbul 5 years ago. Yes, it was beautiful, but it is now just a memory. I'm more concerned of what's happening right now. It's much more immediate. It's much more helpful to know what is happening now so that I can keep moving from one moment to another. So this is why I don't talk too much, if ever, in my videos about past or this and that. But now that you ask, since you ask, and the live stream is for that. The live stream is for personal questions. If you want to ask personal questions, I will always answer because it is more, casually. We're friends having conversations. I was born in Qatar, and so I was there for 14 years. And I traveled to Jordan. I traveled to Turkey, which was like 5 years ago. I came to Canada in 2004. And within Canada, I stayed in Calgary, Fort McMurray. I visited BC, the Rocky Mountains, absolutely beautiful. The whole Western Canada is beautiful. Stayed in Mississauga then, which is in Eastern Canada, pretty much, by Toronto. Then stayed in Hamilton for 8 years, and now I'm in Ottawa. I went to Saudi Arabia, I went to Turkey, I went to Jordan, I went to Amsterdam, and I got high there a couple of times, and it was great. And where else? I briefly went to London. It was very brief. I was like a layover. Where else did I go? I didn't go to East Asia at all. I went to the States. I went to New York, Pennsylvania. I went to Yemen. That was an interesting experience. Although I am from Syria, I have never been to Syria. Although my family is from Syria, I have never been to Syria. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm leaving. I'm like going to Thailand now. When I move to Thailand, I'm going to be talking a lot about it in my videos. Okay, like because I will be traveling quite a bit. Like within Thailand itself, I will be traveling from Chiang Mai to Bangkok to Koh Phangan, and then I will be traveling to Vietnam. Like I'm going to be traveling a lot. So actually my channel is going to be consciousness and spirituality and all that stuff, and somewhat of a traveling channel as well, because I will be traveling, and by virtue of traveling, I will share with you guys where I'm going here and there. And in the near future, I plan on traveling around the world. Finances, of course, the finances, depending on finances, and holding retreats. Okay, holding retreats, little small retreats here and there, and perhaps establish a foundation in Thailand or somewhere in East Asia where I could invite you guys to come and hang out for a retreat or something. It's definitely something I've been thinking about lately. But yeah, that's the meat and butter of it. Any interesting lucid dream stories you've had recently that you can tell about? Not really, and I've been having really bad dreams in the last couple of days. I don't know why. Really bad dreams. The more I stay on the stream, the more questions I get. What's your opinion on authority, for example, teachers, and how you are programmed to respect them no matter what? There's only one authority that you need to be concerned with, and that is the universal authority of the force. Concern yourself with natural laws, study natural laws, and abide by natural laws, and bow down to natural laws, and you will be a very happy human being. As far as the authority of human beings is concerned, is it divine? Is it divine? For example, if I am in the presence of a master yogi, I will respect the authority of the master yogi, and I will almost immediately listen to everything that the master yogi has to say. I will follow it step by step, because the authority of the master yogi is the authority of natural laws, of the divine. So not all authority is bad. In fact, if you're in tune with the right authority, with divine authority that is in harmony with natural laws, with divine laws, with divine authority, then I can't think of a better way to use authority, the authority of someone else, to enhance your life experience. So not all forms of authority are bad. You just have to discern. Is this worthwhile authority to follow, or is this not? And for the most part, in modern society, most authoritative institutions are complete horse shit. They're not worth even a second of your time. Teachers in modern schools, a lot of them are well intended, have good intentions, but they're just stuck in their own illusion, in their own web of drama, in their own sense of separation. So I don't know, if we're talking specifically about teachers in the modern education system, I wouldn't follow blindly. I would only follow the authority of someone blindly if that authority is purely divine. And that's the only authority you always need to follow. This authority can come in the form of a guru, a teacher, or just nature itself. Anything other than that, don't waste your time. That's my opinion. Interesting. How would you align yourself with the reality you want to? You want to go in a deep meditative state and visualize. Do we live in a simulation? Yeah. Do you like the Secret documentary on the law of attraction? It is excellent. It is excellent. It is an excellent documentary. It really got me going on this path. It isn't by any means the final destination, but if you're already in a bad state of mind, it is an excellent documentary. And I highly encourage you to watch it again and again and understand it. Okay? I do intermittent fasting. Do I need sodium? Because I get headaches and muscle weakness affects my soccer performance in the afternoon. All I can say is try it. I don't know what you need. I really don't know. It could be a bazillion things. It could be nothing. It could be that you're tired and you need extra sleep. I don't know. You gotta try. Alric, nice evening to talk. Saeed salutes Alric. What's your religious belief system before your awakening? I was a Muslim and then I became an atheist, and out of the atheist rabbit hole, I started getting into consciousness, spirituality through the law of attraction. But it was Islam, atheism, the new age hippy dippy bullshit, and now here we are. I want to start partying and being promiscuous because I hardly have any experiences with women. But I also want to be spiritual and on a higher frequency. So what do I do? Should I go through that phase? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. There's just nothing there. You just gotta go into the phase knowing that it isn't gonna bring you any happiness. But if you must go through the phase, go through the phase. There's nothing wrong with it. Why am I fat? Because you live in the modern world that promotes being overweight. Okay, that's why. You're part of a matrix, a socioeconomic matrix that doesn't give a shit about you. Marijuana is a guru. It absolutely can be. It absolutely can be. I like to learn from every source, even the devil, whatever is available to learn from. Yeah. I mean, who do you think created the devil? Who do you think created the devil? I converted to Islam, but I realized it was through fear that I stayed with the belief system. Now I'm trying to find my way back because I realized God is love and understanding. And you could even find God within the confines of Islam. You just have to go to the Sufis for that. You really could be a Muslim, a law-abiding Muslim, and really be with God. And if you would like to stay in that, if you would like to play the game, if that's your trip, if you're going to find God through being a Muslim, you find God through being a Muslim. And if you really want to, I would recommend you go to the Sufis for that. That's what I would recommend. Yes, simulation makes sense for me, and God is like the programmer of a complex reality that we can't comprehend fully as human in our human lifetime. Yes, yes. We're in a simulation, guys. We're in a simulation. We're in a simulation. So, we're almost at the 2-hour marks, and I caught up to all the questions. This has been an absolute pleasure, guys. I won't be doing the live stream next week because I'm going away. So I will see you guys in a future live stream, say 2 weeks from now. Okay, thank you all for your beautiful, lovely interactions here. You guys have been amazing, and there are some really conscious people here, and there are some very conscious conversations that have taken place in this live stream. And it's amazing. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. And I want to thank you guys for being here. I love every single one of you. This is probably my favorite 2 hours of the week. It really is. And I want to thank all the Patreons for their support. You guys are family, actually family, because you know what? You're even helping me out financially. So that's family right there. And that's family. So I want to give you guys a big thank you, big hugs and kisses to the patrons and to everyone. And I will see you guys in 2 weeks. God bless. Have a beautiful evening, beautiful morning, beautiful night. Mwah! And I will see you guys